Here we are in game 3 of our Chalicefolk stream, and our opponent won the die roll, so we'll see how things go. This seems fine. Let's go ahead and keep this. Our opponent mulliganed to 6, which is important to note. Our opponent mulliganed to 5. Alright, well, they mulliganed to 5. And an island from our opponent, so we'll see what comes of that. Nothing. Interesting. We'll answer with our own island and play an Aether Vial. And we'll just pass the turn on back to our opponent. Our opponent is opting. I think this is blue-white control then, if he's playing opt. Or not. Playing some sort of blue-red shenanigans. Alright, let's go ahead and... Yep, there we go. Put a charge counter on Aether Vial, of course. We want to tick up. And this way we can also safely, we can Fairy Conclave this next turn and just kind of go forward that way. Alright, we got a Jeskai deck here. Sacred Foundry for our opponent, untapped. Let's see what this means. Lightning Helix. Alright. Alright, we're going to tick up Aether Vial. That is very odd that it's forcing us to put the Aether Vial trigger on the stack. I don't remember that happening before, but I've been wrong before. Let's go ahead and wait until we can get these things out of 3 damage range. Or maybe like end of turn we can vial one in after they do stuff with their mana. Yep, we'll go ahead and use Aether Vial's ability. Put in the Master Waves. I really don't remember having to do that every time. We are going to leave Aether Vial on 2. That's interesting. Well, let's go ahead and play the Soboro first. Let's Chalice now and see what happens. Chalice the Void for 1. Let's see what they do. They're probably going to opt, maybe? Oh, Spell Queller. That's interesting. I'm actually okay with that. So we're just gonna attack here. Hum-de-dum-de-dum, as if nothing is wrong. And hopefully he just blocks. He's likely not gonna block. Oh well. So they definitely don't want that Chalice to resolve. So I guess an earlier Chalice would be better if we can manage it. Obviously we can't control our draws, so we just gotta do with what we can. Aether Vial? That is gonna be annoying, for sure. Go ahead and move to attacks. Let's see here. Let me read this real quick. When Spellcaller leaves the battlefield, exiled card's owner may cast that card without paying its mana cost. So we need just 4. Let's see if our opponent has a counterspell for it. Because if they do, oh sweet, then the ability triggers. I would like to. Oh, I guess it casts for 0 then. Does it enter for 0? Okay, that's fine. It would just enter for 0 and you wouldn't have to worry about it, but I'm not in charge of you. That's fine. It did draw us a card though. It drew us a Spreading Seas, so which is not nothing. There's a Steam Vents for our opponent. They're gonna get in for 2 with their Spell Queller. It's okay by me. Yeah, I didn't think about that if I Spell Queller or if I oh jeez. And we are not going to use that. Alright, let's go ahead and cut off their source of white. With the Spreading Seas. Oh, another Lord. Let's go ahead and move to attacks here, and then we'll bounce in the Lord. Oh, maybe I should have. Eh. Okay, fair. There's a Celestial Colonnade for our opponent. And they still have Cryptic Command mana, so not liking that, but we do have a clock on him. And at least we can start ticking 1 up to Master Waves, so let's go ahead and peek. Might as well. See what we're up against. Alright, so there's a Geist of Saint Traft, a Logic Knot, so we are basically set. Yeah, that has to be a counterspell. Sure, they can. That does not have flash. They cannot activate that. Alright, we are free to swing. Alright, yep, our opponent sees the writing on the wall. Oh man, Peak, you are so good. Ugh. Alright, I do like Aether Vial here. I don't like Dismember as much. I don't like Spreading Seas as much in this matchup. I mean, cutting them off white is nice, but if it's nicer, just countering their spells. And Dismember does kill a good number of things. It kills their Celestial Colonnades. It kills their. Let's cut Dismembers for 2 Spreading Seas, and we'll see what that does. Hope everyone's having a good night. If you had any F&M stories, I'd love to hear them. I really would. Oh, sweet, Chalice on 1, and we just have all these 2-drops. It's so beautiful. Let's do it. Our opponent mulligan to 6. I love it when I get some chat going. We'll go ahead and we'll lead with the Fairy Conclave. Alright, our opponent starts with a Scalding Tarn. What in darnation? Alright, Fairy Conclave. I had my mic on mute that entire time. I apologize. Basically, I just... Oh, Path to Exile? Sure. Let me get an extra land. I would love to use Path to Exile's ability. Let's get a basic island. So they had to use 2 removal spells to get rid of that creature, and then we got to Master Waves mana. So sweet. I'm down with that. Alright, we're going to cast Silvergill with revealing the Coil Helm Commander and see what it gets us. It gets us a repeal. That's not too bad. Maybe we should have sided out the repeals. But hey. No, sir. You do not get to do that. You do not get to Snapcaster Mage. I don't like that. No, sir. No, sir. I don't like it one bit. Get you down to 10. Alright, so our opponent has 2 cards in hand and they're going to pass the turn. Alright, there's a Cavernous Souls. I like that. This is why you want Cavernous Souls in your deck. Can't be countered. Move to combat and see what our opponent does if they've got the Cryptic. If they've got the Cryptic, then we have the answer. Hit him for 4. Take him to 6. And we'll tick up the Coral Helm Commander once. I mean, we have lethal on board, so, and we have the protection, so they have to have a lot of removal. No, sir. We still have lethal on board. I think they might have a cryptic command, but we'll see. So seize their mountain just to draw an extra card. And he taps it in response for a Snapcaster Mage. And what is he targeting? He's targeting Lightning Bolt. Oh, you know what? Oh, we should have just activated the Fairy Conclave. Well, I guess we still have that option next turn. So we can repeal our own Coral Helm Commander back to our hand and draw a card. So the bolt does nothing, and we're gonna likely trade, yeah, and we still have lethal on board. And we actually can we can play this new Silvergill Adept. That's an option too. Let's see what he does with this Coral Helm Commander coming back down. And we're just going to go ahead and drop this Master of Waves and see what happens. He can't counter it, so it's going to resolve. He probably has the Cryptic. Nope. And we probably could have killed him there. I just don't know what he has in hand, so I'm taking the safest line to play, basically. Alright, our opponent cracks Scalding Tarn, gets a Sacred Foundry. And we don't want to all-out attack because they might have Settle the Wreckage, and then if they settle, then we're done for sure. All right. Let's go ahead and send in these tokens real quick and see what happens. Let's see what our opponent's up to here. Cryptic Command. All right. That's fine. They have Cryptic Command. That leaves us free to cast the Silvergill Adept, draw an extra card. What are the odds of that? And play this Aether Vial. Alright, there's Path to Exile targeting Master of Waves, which is fine. Because that means they only have one card in hand. They have 2 cards in hand, sorry. Oh, and then we just win. Alright, cool. Alright, we are 3-0. We're doing pretty good with Chalicefolk. This is pretty unusual, but we'll keep going with it. This is pretty nice.